If you go onto YouTube, this is Dan Burley, radio talk show host and activist, and I'm giving you some information on the history and life of Dan Burley. This is my father, Dan Burley, and his two brothers. He grew up in and was raised originally in Lexington, Kentucky. His father was Reverend James Burley, and his mother was Anna Seymour. Anyway, the Reverend James Burley, his wife Anna, moved to Texas, where Reverend James Burley was on the pulpit and died, and young Anna Seymour Burley moved to Chicago with my father, Dan Burley. Anyway, this is he as a child. This is my father at a local bar, as he used to go to get his stories. A lot of reporters would hang out in bars and taverns to get scoops and stories that were going on in the community. And the publications that he created and he was involved with, right here is the original Jet magazine. This is the mock layout of Jet for 15 cents. My dad created it in New York and brought it to Johnson Publishing Company. I have the original mock layout of Jet magazine and also information showing that he created the publication in New York and brought it here to Illinois, to Johnson. Next to this is the original Mohammad Speaks. It's the original first edition. Notice all of these are small handheld copies. My dad was into this because it was easy and convenient for people commuting to be able to get the news. Anyway, this is the first edition of the publication Mohammad Speaks. It came out in a small tablet book form. Next to this is another small publication he made, which was called Fame. It was put out in regards to the music community, and his friend was Duke Ellington, and it involved a lot of the music and the culture back then. Now, my father, Dan Burley, also, there's a letter here. It was addressed to Sherman Yarborough. It talked about my dad's work and what he was involved in. It talked about his age, his father being a Baptist minister. His mother taught under Booker T. Washington at Armored Tech, which is now ITT. He was the president of the school paper at Wendell Phillips High School. And these are the people he knew. He knew Walter Winchell, Dorothy Kilgallen, Ed Sullivan, hundreds and hundreds of people that were in the theater and movie industry and music industry then. Benny Goodman used to send cards. I was in Walter Winchell's column when I was born. He led the Special Service USO tour overseas to Burma during World War II. Was hailed number 2 behind Bob Hope. My father was on television, also had a radio broadcast out of New York before coming back to Chicago. This is history of Dan Burley on YouTube and Dan Burley giving the narration.